So you want to be a VTuber, huh? Well, today we're going to be talking about everything that you need to be one. We're going to be talking about what you actually need and things that are just nice to have. I'll break down the basics, what's optional, and what you definitely do not need today. So we're going to be doing this teacher style today. So the first thing that you are going to need, it's probably the most important part, is the PC. So you're going to need a PC or a very, very good laptop. You're going to need something that can run OBS and your model at the exact same time. And also, if you are streaming games, you're going to want something that can run your game, OBS, and your model at the exact same time. If you're using a 2D or a PNG model, that is a lot easier on the computer. However, you are still going to want something that works really well. Number two is a webcam or a phone for tracking. I am using an iPhone. You can use any iPhone. I think it's above the iPhone 11 or the iPhone 10 that you are going to need if you want to use an iPhone. However, you can also use a webcam for tracking, for face tracking. For 3D and live 2D tracking, you can use a webcam, so kind of like the Logitech C920. That is a great start. I also used a $50 camera that I will try to remember to have linked down below, and that is what I used when I started. But if you are on iPhone, the tracking through an iPhone is chef's kiss. So good. Number three is a microphone. This is very, very, very important. There are a bunch of different microphones on the market. I am currently using a microphone. The brand is Shure, and it is such a good mic. However, it is on the pricier side. I did start with an AT 2020, and that mic was very good. There are also things like I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's Fifine and also Elgato and Blue Yeti all make microphones. A crisp voice is definitely what viewers want. They want to keep coming for a very good voice. A microphone is probably the best place to throw your money because as a VTuber, that microphone, that sound is going to be it needs to be crisp, but I do recommend starting with a USB mic. All the ones that are mentioned and that are next to me are USB mics. Please, I'm begging you, do not use your headset mic or your laptop mic or your webcam mic. Please don't. I beg you. Also, with your mic, you are going to need a boom arm. I will have the one that I currently use linked, but there are a bunch of different boom arms that you can use. I definitely recommend it so you can get that mic off of your desk so you're not hearing every little sound every time you hit your desk. You don't want those sounds going through. The next thing we're going to be talking about is the softwares that you will need. First, obviously, if you have a live 2D model, you are going to need VTube Studio. This is what tracks your face and moves your model around. Another option for lower end PCs is called PRPR Live. I have never used this, however, I have heard good things. For 3D models, we have a couple of different other options. So the first one is VC Face. This is very popular for 3D models. The next one is VRoid Studio, which I have seen a couple of people use. It is a free software and you get to make your own 3D model. I am currently not using a 3D model. This is a 2D model. I like the way 2D models look, so this is kind of what I will be using for a while. I do want a 3D model eventually, but for now, this is it. The next thing you are going to need where you're going to stream. So you either need OBS or Streamlabs. OBS Studio is probably your best bet. Eventually, you are going to switch to OBS. I promise you, no matter what you start with, you are going to switch to OBS. So I'm going to tell you right now, just learn OBS. Watch videos, learn OBS. It is powerful. It is free. It has so much potential. You can do so many things in OBS. So I recommend just learning how to use it from the get-go. The next things are optional, but nice to have. The first thing is headphones. I honestly would put these more in a essential. I have my headphones. I currently use the SteelSeries Artis P7, I think, and they are one of my favorites, but there are so many options for headphones on the market. I also have a second monitor. I even had a third monitor for a moment. I very much recommend having two monitors, one monitor for whatever you are doing, whether that is your script or your game. And then the other monitor for your OBS and your model and all of that stuff. The next thing that you need are stream overlays and assets and emotes and things like that. I honestly think that this is important. However, you can get these things for pretty cheap. Look on Etsy. I looked on Etsy. I found emotes that were pre-made. Also, I found my overlays and my transitions and stuff for really cheap. I think about $1 also. There's also, if you can't afford that, there are so many free options online. You just have to search for them. What you don't need yet. And I'm serious, listen to this, okay? You don't need that $2,000 model. You don't need it. If you have the money and you want it, sure. But if you don't have the money and you're stressed about that model price, you don't need it. You can get a pre-made. I swear to you, the pre-mades are great. I am currently using a pre-made, you guys. Yes, yes, I am. It's great. You can do it. You don't need a stream deck. I have one, but you don't need it. I do use mine, but before I got it, I was just using my number pad and it worked phenomenal. It worked exactly the same. Stop stressing about having the perfect setup. As long as you have a setup that can run the things that you need it to run, that is the most perfect setup that you could possibly have at this very moment. I promise you. Don't stress over it. You got this. You can do it with what you have. You can always upgrade later. This is a journey that you're going to be on. So, whether you're a PNG tuber or a 3D model or a 2D model, just get started. You can build as you go. This is a journey, you guys. It's a journey. We are all on it. Let me know below if you want more of a budget breakdown on exactly how much my setup costs. I can definitely do a video on that. Also, any software tutorials, I can do what I know. Um, and even a full setup review. I can totally show you everything. I'd love to help you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.